Hello, I'm Orkun Amashov speaking to you from the newsroom at A News in Baku. We are bringing you some breaking news. A diplomatic source has informed us that the probability of Azerbaijan and Armenia signing a peace deal in the forthcoming days is virtually non-existent, and that there are no grounds to expect a diplomatic surprise during this month, and the parties will continue to negotiate after COP29, the UN Climate Change Conference to be hosted in Baku. There is absolutely no clarity as to whether Armenia will participate in this conference, and if so, its degree of representation still remains in the dark. This comes as a surprise amidst the enhanced international expectations in the wake of the meeting between the Azerbaijani and Armenian leaders at the latest BRICS Plus meeting in Kazan, Russia, where the two leaders appear to have engaged in a sincere conversation, giving rise to hopes that the deal may be in the offing. Both parties, Baku and Yerevan, have repeatedly reiterated that 80% of the work on the draft text of what is officially referred to as the Agreement on Peace and Establishment of Interstate Relations is now finalized, with some stumbling blocks, however, remaining as obstacles. It is also known that out of 16 articles of the draft document, there is a complete consensus with regard to 13, with 3 articles forming the sole points of contention in the current situation. The Azerbaijani side is publicly against signing a truncated deal on the basis of the agreed articles only, whilst Armenia has offered to conclude an interim deal omitting the 3 provisions as to which no agreement has been achieved. The question has always been what those articles are and why they are so difficult to agree upon. Although the exact content of those 3 outstanding clauses have not been fully revealed to the public, we may assume that one relates to what Azerbaijan regards as legally embedded territorial claims against its internationally recognized Karabakh region, in reference to the preamble of the Armenian constitution. Time and again, this very point has been pressed upon by Azerbaijan as a key condition towards the conclusion of the long-awaited deal. The Armenian side views this demand as tantamount to interference in its internal affairs, emphasizing that since there is going to be a special clause in the deal negating any reference to domestic legislation to obviate obligations emanating from the agreement, such a request is baseless. Furthermore, Yerevan has recently downplayed the legally binding nature of the 1990 Declaration of Independence, cited in the preamble of its constitution. A News is also given to understand that the other 2 clauses refer to cessation of the ongoing legal cases currently underway at the International Court of Justice and the European Court of Human Rights and border security issues. There is a question as to whether the cases should be summarily withdrawn by the sides as part of the peace deal, for their continuous international legal warfare could cast aspersions on the efficiency of the deal to be struck. Azerbaijan and Armenia have already delimited and demarcated the 12.4 kilometer section of the interstate border. On the 30th of August, a regulation on joint activities between the border commissions of both countries was adopted. All necessary internal procedures in connection with this have been completed by both parties. Azerbaijan believes that in view of this progress attained, there is no need for third parties to be involved along the interstate border, for this could be managed bilaterally. Armenia, as we understand, is in favor of the deployment of an EU mission on the interstate border as part of the deal. It looks like that the parties need to escalate their purely bilateral discussions in order to get through the final stages of the negotiations. That's all for now from A News. We will keep you updated on the latest developments.